Hello. Hello, hello. Let me just turn this down so it's not... There we go. How we doing? I'm back. I'm back and I'm back ready to go. Oh, man. How we doing on a Monday? How we doing on a Monday? Oh, man. I realized after I had already left that I didn't really announce saying that I was leaving for vacation unless you were around for the stream on Friday. So apologies if you guys were wondering where I've been for the last week, if you weren't there for the stream on Friday. But yeah, I was in Florida for a week. Finally taking that well-needed vacation that definitely, after the last few months that I've had, I definitely need. So, I'm home. I got back Saturday night, had Sunday to rest, and now I'm ready to get back to work. Gatorville! Basically Gatorville, yeah. So, before we get going into our Mario Party session today, our session of Mario Party Monday, I wanted to talk about the trip a bit, because it was actually really cool. It was really good. And then, I've got pictures. I got lots of pictures. So we'll definitely talk about the Florida trip, and it was so fun. It was so nice. Weather was very humid, but overall it was really, really nice. But yeah, it was a good time. So we'll definitely go ahead and look through all of those. I posted some updates in the Discord. I've had like a couple pictures in there, but I took as many pictures that I thought was necessary from the Florida trip, and I just posted them here, all the relevant ones that I could think of anyway. And I made a little slideshow for that, so we're gonna do that in a minute, but glad to see nice to see folks are still doing well. Info, how we doing? Glad we're still doing alright. Hopefully you guys were able to entertain yourselves while I was gone. I think. Hopefully. I'm like, I don't know why I'm nervous. I think it's just because I haven't, like, talked to you guys in, like, a week. But for some reason, I'm like, I need to, like, get used to talking again. I need to get used to talking on camera again. It's already been a week. Oh, boy. Yeah. I'm going on D&D stuff at the moment. Yeah. D&D stuff. Oh, speaking of, just before I left for Florida last week, or 2 weeks ago now, my stuff from Legends of Evantris arrived, so that was lucky. Thankfully, I didn't have to wait for that before I left. Oh my goodness! Hello! Look at that raid. Hello, everybody! Mr. Retroactive, hello! Been a bit, how's it going? Beans, hello! Yes, I am back from Florida. I'm gonna show you guys some pictures and talk about the trip, because it was really fun. Got to go to Universal, we went to Disney World, I got to go see family, it was great. Girlfriend kidnapped and came, about to throw hands. Nice. Oh my goodness! Yay! Oh my goodness, thank you everybody! Holy moly! Thank you! Thank you, what a way to come back, thank you! Alright, I guess with that, we'll go ahead and get started telling about the pictures. But yeah, thank you! Retroactive, Pugnator, Billy Petal, thank you! Hey, thank you! So nice, so nice. Alright, let's get to the pictures. It's gonna cover up the chat box, because that's the only place where I could think of putting it. I'm honestly thinking about changing how my chat box looks. Like, where the chat thing is. Just so that my model can be a little bit up closer, so you guys can see the details a bit more. Because I've only been using this model for a little bit. But, yeah, the picture's just gonna be over the chat box, but I can still read you guys. But let's start with the Florida trip, because it was from Saturday to Saturday, so we were there for a full 7 days. So let's get started. I think this... So I had to, I was able to get all the pictures off my phone, at least as many that I thought were necessary to tell the story. Oh, but yeah, on Saturday morning, we left at, we've, our plane left our home at 10 a.m. So we had enough time to like get up and get dressed, do our last bit of packing, and then we were able to leave for the airport. And I brought little Carnation here in my hands, my pink kitty. I took her with me, along with my big Mario doll that I slept with as a pillow. And my goal originally was to take a bunch of pictures with her, like with Carnation here, and kind of like make her the little mascot of the trip. I was half tempted to take her to Universal in Disney World, but eventually my mom convinced me not to, and was like, no, if she got lost, you would not hear the end of it. So I decided not to take her to Walt Disney World and at Universal, but we'll get there. We'll get there. So a couple of these pictures are just me having some fun and taking some pictures of the ride. So this is the terminal, so we're just getting ready to go off of the plane. Actually, this picture here, this was when we had just gotten to our terminal, and we were waiting there for like about an hour or so, and that's not our plane. That's not our plane. So that must have been the previous flight that had just boarded, and after I took this picture, they left, and I'm like, oh, whoops. I didn't want to take the same exact picture again. So just left it be, made a cute little Carnation picture, so that's nice. And of course, once we once we got on the plane, a little running joke. Yeah, she's just aura farming, of course. My little kitty is just aura farming. But I made it a little joke that every time we got on a plane, because we didn't do a full straight flight to Florida. I'm in California, and we did instead of doing a straight flight to Florida, which would have been like 5-7 hours, we did a connecting flight into Nashville, and that went to Florida. So that was like way better, because that we could get up and stretch our legs a little bit getting to our terminals. But this is what I did every time we got into the plane. I would buckle up Carnation into a seat, because my mom and I were able to get a row on the plane just for ourselves. I'd sit at the window and she'd sit in the aisle, so I'd leave the middle seat to ourselves. That worked out because the planes that we rode on had enough space to do that. There was plenty of room. So I decided to have a little fun, and I strapped her in to the spare seatbelt that was in the middle. And it was so cute because we had those little brochures in the back, like in the back of the seats, where you get like the informational brochures about the emergency landings and the Wi-Fi. This is a Wi-Fi one, and it looked perfect. Hi there from 35,000 feet. So just little pre-trip shenanigans. Oh yeah, and of course, just taking the classic pictures while we're flying. But I think this is over Orlando. We stayed in Orlando, so we landed in Orlando International Airport. So we got this view, because by the time we got there, I believe it was about, was it 8 p.m.? We left California at around 10 a.m. We took off then. With Florida time adding an extra 3 hours, I think we got there by 8 or 9 p.m. like Eastern Standard Time. So it was really late by the time we got there. So we were crashed. We were crashed by the time we got off the airport and managed to get to our hotel. But honestly, we got to Florida and the weather was super nice. How'd you do the time zone difference? Interestingly enough, I do better adjusting to Eastern Standard Time than I am going back to Pacific Standard Time. I think just because I wake up early generally anyway, and then me waking up at 6 a.m. in Pacific Time equals to waking up at like 9 a.m. Eastern Time. So I'm like, call it waking up at like super early Pacific time. So technically, my mom and I adjusted pretty well. We were able to get used to it. But we were just, for the first day, we just kind of adjusted ourselves, kind of situated ourselves. Oh, hang on. Yeah, just making sure. There we go. YouTube was freaking out for a second, so I just had to make sure everything was okay. Alright. Yeah, we adjusted alright, but for the first day, we just got used to our room. We had a timeshare, so we were able to stay in a nice little, you know, villa, little, kind of like a condo, where we have like a timeshare, and it's, instead of just a traditional hotel room, it's basically like a little apartment, like a 2-bedroom apartment. So that was nice. So we got our own groceries, we went out to breakfast, we did all our little chores to get ourselves situated for the week, and it was nice because everything we needed was all right there. So we didn't have to go around and look for anything. So we were able to really quickly get used to it, but the villas were super nice. Like this was a picture that I took where my mom and I were wandering the grounds just to see how everything looked. This was like some of the scenery that we saw that was really nice. So I didn't take pictures of everything, but this was one of them. Like this is like a lake that was near one of the villas. And the weather was super nice. Like this was our view from... This was our balcony here. Like, you don't see it, but there's like a screen over the balcony, which is really nice, because that stops any potential bugs from getting in. But there were no mosquitoes. I was certainly surprised. There was no mosquitoes. I thought with Florida, with how humid it was, with all the extra moisture, that mosquitoes would be a bit more frequent. Not a single mosca in sight. Nope. Like, it's hilarious because I came back home, I look on my window this morning while I was eating breakfast, I look on the screen, there's like half a dozen mosquitoes like pinned to the screen. I'm like, where were you guys? Where were you in Florida? So, I don't know. But, yeah, okay. Now we get to the fun stuff. So, yeah, we were lucky, because technically, but in September, getting into October is the start of hurricane season, and we actually left just in time before a couple of tropical storms were about to hit Florida. So, that was lucky. Mosquitoes. Sorry, Brave. Sorry. But East Coast mosquito populations start to go down this time of year. Yeah, that's what we figured. But no, other than that, weather was great. It was cloudy a lot of the time, but we never got rained on. At least, not while we were driving. No, correction, words. Not while we were, like, doing all of our activities, like going to the parks and visiting family. Only while we were on the road, and we were, like, covered in our car. But, I mean, we're gonna get to hear about both the heat and the hurricanes. Yeah. Yep, that sounds about right. But, yeah. So, our schedule for that whole week was Monday, we went to Universal Studios, Epic Universe, which is what this is here. This is the front gate. This was so cool, because me being in California, we have our own Universal Studios Hollywood. I wanted to go to this Universal because it's Super Nintendo World, and it's the larger version that's more similar to Japan's version. So it has the Donkey Kong expansion, it has the Yoshi ride, on top of the Mario Kart ride, which is what we only get in Hollywood. So coming to Epic Universe was super cool. Like, this is the front gate leading up to it. And I don't know if you can see that very well, but there's like there's supposed to be 4 planets there, and they're supposed to be orbiting something. But the front gate is so cool. Well, I think I got a picture of it at night that I added to this list. But here's the gate. This is the gate to Super Nintendo World. Like, it's got all the Rainbow Road stuff, and it's like all pretty. Got all the mushrooms and stuff. So the whole gimmick of Epic Universe is that there are 4 worlds, and they're kind of connected together, air quote, with these like interdimensional time gates, or they look like interdimensional time gates. There's Nintendo World, there's Berk, which is How to Train Your Dragon, Hollywood monsters, so like classic movie monsters like Dracula, Frankenstein's monster, all that. What was the last one? What was the last one? Honestly, if you look back at the other picture, it kind of gives you an idea. But I forget. I forget what the last one is. Making a Dark Universe areas eventually, except that... Yeah, Dark Universe. That's the one with the movie monsters. So yeah. At a time. Glad you enjoyed the trip. Thank you, Info. We'll be here for a little bit because we're going to be talking about the trip, and then we'll potty. But yeah, Dark Universe is the movie monsters, which is the... Oh! That's the last one. Harry Potter. The Wizarding World of Harry Potter was moved to Epic Universe. So that had its own separate area. Now, instead of being integrated into the park, Diagon Alley and Hogwarts was moved to Epic Universe. So it's Hogwarts, Super Nintendo World, How to Train Your Dragon, and Dark Universe, which is the movie monsters. We didn't get to go look at the other three, just because I hyperfixated onto Nintendo World. I mean, can you blame me? But, dude, the first thing that I wanted to go do was ride the Donkey Kong ride. Because I knew for a fact that one, because it was a roller coaster, I knew that one was going to be the hard one to get on. Just because, apart from Mario Kart, which has been around for a while, Donkey Kong is the fresh ride, the fresh new ride, and everybody wants to get on it. But dude, look at the front gate! Look at that front gate! Like, it was so cool walking around, like, despite being in Super Nintendo World before, it's nothing beats that whimsy you get from seeing all these environments and being, like, fully integrated into this, like, whole environment with the music blaring all around you, and it was so cool. American theme parks are awesome. They are. They definitely are. I mean, yeah. Like, we got Disney World, we got Universal, we got Busch Gardens, we got a whole bunch of stuff. But, okay, the transition from Donkey Kong Country to, like, Mushroom Kingdom to Donkey Kong Country was actually really cool. Because I think I swore I heard, as I was passing through this tunnel, I heard DK Mountain from Mario Kart Double Dash, which makes sense. And as you go in, you hear the classic jungle japes from Donkey Kong Country, but I think it's like the Donkey Kong Country Returns version of the song. Like, most of the environment was based off of Returns, which makes sense. Like, if you see the font of the sign here, it's definitely Returns. But, God, that was so cool. It was so cool to listen to that and hear it go through. But I mean, we were just going into the ride, and there was, like, all these different things, like, these cool environments around me, too. Like, I packed my power band from Hollywood. I have a Daisy power band. So I'm, like, slapping it around, like, interacting with the different things. And there was, like, Kong letters that you can scan, and you can collect them, and... but then we finally got onto the Donkey Kong ride, which was, like, at the back of the park. Like, back of the area. And, oh my god, the queues. The queues were so cool. Like, just, like, look at the barrel! Look at the barrel! It's, like, 3 feet tall. It was so cool. And just all these cool little details of, like, the Golden Temple and all these monkey, ape aesthetics. Like, all of this was really, really cool. But while we were waiting for the ride, we heard over the intercom that the ride got delayed. Like, something happened to the ride where they had to, they had to stop the carts and make sure that everything was okay. And we're like, oh, that sucks. But the expected wait time for the ride was already an hour, just because the line was super long. But I don't know if it was just because everybody... Because once that announcement was made a couple times, everybody started to, like, pack out. Like, everybody was getting ready to leave. So everybody just started flooding out of the ride. Want the barrel tankard souvenir. Ah. Okay, so they had like a barrel mug that you could buy, but you had to get like their little, I think it was like some sort of banana float. Like, it was some kind of ice treat that they had. It was like a banana flavored ice treat. And my mom and I were like, I like bananas, but nah. Like, they didn't sell it separately, unfortunately. But anyway, we kept going on. My mom and I were like, you know what? Let's just hold on. Like, let's hold on for a little longer and just keep going and see how long it'll let us get in. And the line kept moving. They kept letting us keep going into the ride. But, like, while we were looking around, of course, I'm taking like 1,000 pictures. And like, I saw this really cool reference here with 25M and one of the walls, like inside the Golden Temple. And you can see there's Pikmin! You see, I see the Pikmin on the barrel? It's so cool. The little Pikmin references are still in Super Nintendo World. Well, I think I added a picture of them later on, so we'll see it again. But just architecture, man. But as we kept waiting, thankfully, by the time we were stopped, we were inside the queue, like inside, like indoors. So we weren't like suffering in the heat outside. But after a while, they kept saying, hey, this ride expecting delays. The rides are expecting delays. We're going to be stuck. We're going to be here for a while. And my mom and I were like, do we want to stay here? Like, do we want to keep going? Do we want to wait? And my mom was like, okay, so expected wait, because she had the app. She had the Universal app, so she was able to check ride times. And the ride wait time basically said, wait time, 2 hours. The wait time was now 2 hours. And we were like, okay, let's hold off. Let's hang on for however long it takes. And if we don't think it's worth it, then we'll leave. It come 11 a.m., I'd say. And eventually we get the notification saying, we are sorry to report that the ride was like stalled indefinitely, and we can't give you a time on when it's gonna be, repaired. We don't know when it's gonna be fixed. So, unfortunately, they got that indefinite delay, and we're like, okay, all right, maybe we can come back later. Right as we were right by the emergency exit, so we got out of the line, we went out to the emergency exit, and we were getting ready to go down the stairs. Right as we turned to go down the stairs, all of a sudden we hear these, woo! Like, we hear this cheering on the other side of the door, and we're like, oh, wait, the ride's back! And we just go barreling back up the stairs. Thankfully, we didn't go far. And there was a handle on the other side of the door, so we were able to open it up, and we were able to get back in. So, thankfully, we were able to get back on the ride, and it only resulted us being 10 people behind where we were before. So, like, so that wasn't too bad. And we were able to get on the ride finally. We were able to ride the ride. It was a roller coaster. So it was only like, what, 3 minutes? It's only like a 3-minute, 4-minute ride, so it's not like super crazy. But it was cool. Like, the theming. Like, of course, the theming was all about, Donkey Kong Country Returns. But there was like this really cool animatronic of this guy, Cranky Kong and Squawks. Like, it was really cute. Cranky Kong was like sitting there in the queue, and he's just going on and on about his rants about, the Tiki Tak tribe from Donkey Kong Country Returns going after the golden banana or something. And he's like talking to us on the queue, and it was so adorable. And he was really well animated too. Like his facial features really animated well. So it was cool to see him. Like, I had no idea he was there too, because by the time we started moving again, we were on the other side of the wall where he was, and he was completely obscured. So I had no idea he was there. Yeah. Oh, here's the view of the castle. Like, I know like Disneyland and Walt Disney World castles are super cool and big and imposing, I will always love Peach's Castle. I will always love Peach's Castle, man. Like, I wish it was more than just a facade and there was a bit more of an interior. There is, like, when you first walk in and there's like the sundial on the floor and you look up and there's the clouds above. I wish there was more. I really wish there was more. Like, the paintings, you could interact with them, maybe, but that's about it. But, oh man, the Peach Castle, I'll never get over it. But, but all the merch, man. I mean, I had to buy something, but unfortunately, this was not one of them. This was a big old sleeping Yoshi plush that I saw. And I'm looking at it, I'm showing it to my mom, I'm like, I mean, that's cute. But this thing was like, easily over 2 feet long, and there was no way we were gonna pack it in a suitcase and take it home. So unfortunately, I did have to leave him behind. But maybe if he's available in Hollywood, I can buy him there. But I don't know. But he was super cute. Obviously I got merch. I forgot to take a picture of it, but they had more stuff from what I had when I first went there. And I already bought like a ton of Super Nintendo World merch from the first time I visited, so I didn't have to buy as much. But I managed to get what's it? There were new plushies of Daisy and Rosalina, which I was surprised by. Rosalina especially, because she has like no representation in the park whatsoever. Like, she doesn't even have a power band. And Daisy finally got her plush! She finally got merch! My girl finally got something! So, I got 2 plushies of them, and then I got a really cool pin from Donkey Kong Country that I was able to... I'm gonna put that on my pin board, along with the other ones that I got. But then I got like a little mini Peachy, and I found this really cute Yoshi plush. It's pink, but instead of just having the traditional smoother fur, he was fuzzy. He was fuzzy, like a little sheep plush, and he's so soft, he's so cute. So I had to get one. So they had other colors, but I saw the pink one first, so I got him instead. So that's my loot from Nintendo World. Not as much as I expected, but probably better to be light on the merch purchases, just because we did pack a larger suitcase, but we didn't have like a whole lot of space to bring a lot of our merchandise back. So it was probably for the best. But there was this shop right next to Super Nintendo World that we went into. And this was like after we bought tickets to both Epic Universe and the main Universal Studios just so that we could do both parks. And if we got tired of one park, we can go to the other one, because we knew Super Nintendo World was not going to have a lot of content. So after a while, like around lunchtime, we went back to the original park to just kind of rest and walk around, because there's a few things and attractions in Universal Orlando that Hollywood does not have. So we wanted to walk around and see what the differences were. And right as we were hanging out in like a cafe based on, I think it was Good Morning America, around 2 p.m., there was a parade. They had like a cute little Disneyland-style parade, Universal parade, based on some of their IPs. So they had like Back to the Future, they had Ghostbusters, they had Sing, Trolls, and what was the last one? Oh, Jurassic Park. Yeah, it was really cute. It was really cute. Simple in concept, but it was really, really cute. So it was really, really fun to see. But once we were able to sit and chill out for a bit, because we were starting to get gassed from the humidity, we decided to take it easy and just ride the bus back to Epic Universe for a little bit, because we wanted to try and get onto Mario Kart and Yoshi before we had to leave for the day, because there was no way we were staying for the whole entire day. We got there at like 10 a.m. and we had already been there for like 5 hours in 91-degree heat and humidity. So we were not having a good time. The heat was definitely getting to us. But anyway, while we were going back to Universal, we found this shop. And I was like, what is that? And noticed it was a Nintendo themed shop. And I'm like, what is this? So I go inside. And this is like a full-on Nintendo themed shop. Like, look at this stuff. Like, and look, there's like, and they have like Zelda windows in there. Like, that's like the first trace of Zelda I have ever seen in the Universal parks. Like, there is no Zelda integration in the parks at all, apart from a couple of rumors that they'll add some in the future, which, if they do, it's probably not going to be for another handful of years. But that shop was so cool. Like, they had like constellations up in the sky, they had murals everywhere, and they had like really pretty patterns on the floor. Like, it looked very similar to Peach's Castle in architecture, but it was really, really nice. And of course, most of the merch there was pretty much the same. So, didn't really find anything new. But, oh, it was so fun. That was a really nice shop. And there was another Pikmin statue in there too, in case anybody was paying attention. I was able to find him up on a ledge. But then, we finally went back into Nintendo World, and we got the Yoshi ride! So, it's a kiddie ride, of course, so it's not going to be, like, super complicated. I believe the style is similar to the Haunted Mansion, where it's an Omni-mover. So, it's not anything too complex. It's just meant to be cute. It's just supposed to be a fun little experience based off of predominantly Yoshi's Island and Yoshi's Story, I think. Because the environment reminded me of... Oh, here's the ride. Here's the ride module. It's just a giant fat Yoshi. but if you look at the environment, it's very reminiscent of Yoshi's Island, especially with the flying clouds. But the music that it was playing was like the opening song of Yoshi's Story. Like, the song that they sang at the beginning of the game. So I'm like, it's just adorable. It was so cute. And especially with the new Yoshi game coming out with the aesthetic inside the encyclopedia book, it looks just like this. It's so cute. But yeah, we were able to ride Yoshi. And again, that one was like 5 minutes. And the queue for that one was like a fraction of the time. So we were able to get on this one really, really quickly. And that was really cute. Oh! Another Pikmin. I think we were walking around when I saw this one, but I wanted to take a picture of this one to show evidence of their presence. I think I saw this on the ride. But man, then I just took a picture of the various architecture of the park, because I don't know when I'm gonna come back to Universal next, especially Universal Orlando, because Florida is not as easily accessible for me. But here it is at night, like, as the sun goes down and everything lights up. It's so cool. And then I didn't get a good picture of it on the ground decoration, but it's a star with the rainbow streaking behind it. So, like, it shoots up through the pipe, and that's what it looks like there. It's so pretty. And on each of the gates of the worlds, there's like an iconic phrase from each of the films. And of course for Mario, it's "Here we go." And then I think I saw How to Train Your Dragons, and it's like, "Here, my friend, we have dragons." I think it was what the phrase was. So they really gave a lot of attention to detail with this park. I was really impressed by it. Like, Epic Universe was very well done. And I really wish Hollywood had something similar. Just saying. It would have been really cool for Hollywood to have something similar, but I guess all we have are like the upper and lower lots. And we have the studio tour. But man, that Universal was really, really fun. Oh, and here's the exit gate at night. Like the lights on the ground, and there was like a poem on the... There's a different one on the other side from when you enter, but it's really interesting. It's really nice. Like, the integration of this world was just it tickled my brain in just the right way. It was really nice. So I'm glad I was able to visit this park and like spend a whole day just hanging out at this resort. It was so good. I love that one. But so we spread out our days. I'll explain this in a minute. But the way we set up our trip was we would spend one day at a theme park, one day in between to relax, like take a break just to rest our legs. And then Wednesday would be Walt Disney World. Thursday we would take a break / visit family. And then Friday we were going to go to Hollywood Studios, but eventually we just decided against it because we were like, most of the attractions that are in Hollywood Studios, whatchamacallit, Disneyland and California Adventure just have already without having to go to a separate park. So we're like, we're not really missing out on anything. So we just decided not to go to Hollywood Studios. But on Tuesday, well, I hung out at the hotel because I was tired, but my mom went shopping. And for dinner, we decided to go to a Dave & Buster's we found while we were driving on the highway. And on the way there, we found this, like, I saw this building that made me do a double take. It's upside down. Apparently, this place is called Wonderworks. It's some kind of, like... So, California friendos. Does anybody remember the Discovery Science Center? Where it's that big old cube and it's, like, these all, like, kid-friendly science experiments and all that? Yeah. I was waiting to go in the future. How was your vacation? Yeah, vacation was very, very fun, so we're all good. But, yeah, like, we were passing on the way to Dave & Buster's. I saw this building. I'm like, what the heck is that? Because this is, like, I thought this was, like, some kind of publicity stunt or something, but I did the research, and sure enough, this is basically Florida's equivalent to the Discovery Science Center, where they have these kid-friendly science experiments and, like, kinesthetic experiences where you can, like, mess around with, like, these physical, like, these fun little activities for kids. And, like, they've got, like, the nail bed where you, like, you're gently lowered on a bed of nails. Like, basically Science Center, but it's an upside down building instead of a big cube. So that was fun. That's a really cool idea. We didn't go inside just because we were on our way to Dave & Buster's. But that was a really neat little surprise there. I have something kind of like that near me. Yeah. Like, I feel like those are pretty common. It just depends on what they're decorated as. But while we were at Dave & Buster's, we had dinner because we figured I'll just eat something familiar, like, because we didn't know where we wanted to go. I still had my power cards with me. So I'm like, oh, what if I just buy some credits and go play some games? Might as well while we're here. While my mom was waiting for her dessert and just hung out at the table for a bit, I charged my card and I went to the arcade. I kid you not, within like a span of 30 minutes, I managed to get the jackpots of like 5 different machines. Of like 5 whole different games. Like, this was one of them. This is the one where you flick the ball and you make it go within a certain distance. And if you hit it within a certain distance, you get a bonus. And if you're able to get the bonus one correct, you get the jackpot, which was 1,000 tickets. You should start No, I should not start gambling. That's a very bad idea. Las Vegas is right next door, and I do not want to go start doing that. No thanks. But it was this one. There was like one where you had to like shove a ball within a certain distance. It stopped at a gate and it got it. I even got the jackpot on the carnival one where it's like you smack a hammer on a button and it goes up. Like it lights up a light. I got that one. Like, there was like 5 different jackpots that I got that day. Within like a span of a couple hours, I managed I managed to gather up like 5,000 tickets. Easily 5,000 tickets within the span of a couple hours. And most of that came from these jackpots. So that was cool. That was a way to highlight my Tuesday evening. I had to take these pictures just as evidence, as proof, because I have the other ones and I probably will upload them to Discord, but it's pretty cool. But yeah. Yeah, Wednesday. Wednesday was Disney World. Wednesday was Disney World Magic Kingdom. Because we wanted to just focus on one park in particular. Because we knew the lines were just going to be long no matter where we go. But we went to Disney World. We went to Disney World. And, oh my gosh, Disney World was so much fun. Like, we kind of just we went from, like, Adventureland to Frontierland to Tomorrowland. We were kind of all over the place with our pathing around the park. But, the first thing we wanted to go on was something that we could, like, cool off. Because what we decided to do, instead of going, like, early first thing in the morning, we decided we wanted to go in the afternoon so that we had the energy to stay late, because my mom wanted to watch the fireworks. So we stayed late, and this was the picture of the castle at night. This was our spot watching the fireworks, but we got there at around 12 p.m., so that gave us like 10 hours to spend at the park, because the fireworks didn't go off until 10 p.m. And honestly, that was probably the right decision, because that let us get up, you know, take our time, get breakfast, hang out, get all of our sunscreen ready, and like take our time to get into the park so we're not like fighting everybody at the rope drop, because we've done that before and it's not fun. It's not fun fighting everybody. But then right as we got there, we immediately felt the humidity. Like, the humidity was definitely gonna be a rough day. So we were like, okay, why don't we go on something like Jungle Cruise to, like, relax for a bit? So that was the first thing we did. We went to Jungle Cruise first, because it was like, you know, something quiet, something easy, so that we could just relax for the first hour. Sorry, I got a drink. Ugh. But right as we got onto the queue for Jungle Cruise, it was like I don't know, like 35-minute wait by the time we first got there. We looked behind us. All of a sudden, the line just starts snaking behind us, and we're like, oh, ooh, we got there at the perfect time. Because by the time we were able to get into the park, or into the queue a little further, the wait time was an hour. Just for the Jungle Cruise. So, thankfully, we were able to... But most of the queue is indoors, or, like, shaded, so we weren't, like, suffering completely. But all around us were people who were using, like, these hand fans that you buy on Amazon, and we're like, we need one of those. We need one of those. So we put that note in the back of our minds that we needed to find one of those, but we eventually didn't buy one. But we bought a hand fan instead, just because we're like, we don't want to lug around a bottle of water with a fan in it. Like, because we had, like, fanny packs. We didn't take our backpacks or anything, so we didn't really have a lot of space to hold anything like that. So we got on Jungle Cruise, it was nice. And then the second thing we wanted to do, because we knew the line was going to be long for it, was Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which was the Splash Mountain repaint. The Princess and the Frog repaint of Splash Mountain. That line was an hour long as well. And I can't tell if that line went quickly or not. Not from what I remember. I can't tell if it went quickly. But honestly, it was worth it. Like, I personally had never ridden Splash Mountain when I was a kid, because I was too scared. Honestly, I loved Princess and the Frog, so seeing Tiana's Bayou Adventure and how, like, all of the set dressing and the queue and the music. They had jazz going in the background while we were waiting in the line. It was so nice. It was adorable. But while we were on the queue, like while we were in the boats riding, I think half of the animatronics were broken. I think half of the animatronics were broken. Like, one of the Tianas had like a limp wrist, so her hand wasn't working properly, and then Mama Odie wasn't moving as much as she should have. And I don't know, maybe the humidity was getting to them, I'm not sure. But the ride was really fun. It was cute. And we wanted to go on it a second time before we left, but we forgot about it because the other queues that we were going on were taking way too long. So we went on like Pirates of the Caribbean, we went back to Tomorrowland and did People Mover. I'm not a thrill seeker, so I'm not a big fan of roller coasters. I made an exception for the Donkey Kong ride just because I knew I wanted to do that one. But not a roller coaster gal. To my mom's dismay. To my mother's dismay, she wanted to go on a couple of coasters, but I'm like, A couple of those lines were too long to wait in, so... And plus, by the time we got off some of those queues for some of those rides, it really ate into our time that we spent there. Like, I think most of our day at both Universal and Walt Disney World was spent sitting in the queues. Which, it's just unfortunate still, but it was still fun nonetheless, because we were like, my mom likes to talk to people, like, just a casual banter to other people in line. So we're able to, like, just chat with people and just keep ourselves entertained. And that kind of preserved our sanity throughout the queues, because by the time we got to one of our last rides, which I think we were able to go on the Haunted Mansion for our last ride, and then we just walked around for a little bit, and then we just came back to near the front of the castle towards Main Street. At some point during that, we bought the Haunted Mansion hand fan, and we were just flapping it in our faces just to keep ourselves cool. And it worked. It was actually really effective. So by like 8 p.m., I'd say, we went back to Main Street because we wanted to get some ice cream and cool off before the fireworks started. Because we knew... Oh no. The electrical parade was at 8 p.m. We got there at around 7:30-ish. So we were able to get there just in time because we wanted to watch it. And while my mom was getting the ice cream, I was looking around for a spot to watch the fireworks from. And I had found one spot before, and they were like, oh, we're clearing the spot out for a walkway. You gotta move. And I'm like, okay, great. So I was fighting the crowds. I got through, and I was able to find this spot here, which is where the picture is taken from. This was our fireworks spot. And we got a really good view. Like this, it wasn't too close, it wasn't too far. Everything was in view. There was nobody blocking my view anyway, because I was in front of a stroller was in front of me. So I was able to, like, watch it unobstructed. Yeah, it's literally perfect. It was so good. So, of course, we were able to watch the electrical parade from here. And, it was funny because while we were waiting for the parks to get going, the people were going around saying, like, hey, they have tape lines on the ground to specify, like, hey, these are walkways, this is the seating area. And they were telling us, hey, keep clear, don't sit on the fence, just try to pile in. So I was so determined to stay in my spot. I wanted to just stand where I found my spot. I was in the designated area, but I was not going to give up my spot. I made sure to stand there and stay there until my mom was able to find me. And thankfully, we were able to make it work. So the electrical parade was awesome. It's very cute. It was very pretty. I don't get to see the parades very often because we just either miss it or we're just not around late enough to see it. And then the fireworks. My mom sent me a picture of one of the fireworks, like one of the pictures she got from the fireworks. Oh no, it didn't make it. Oh, it didn't make it in? Oh, great. Hang on. What do you mean it didn't make it in? Hang on, let me add a picture. Hang on. There's like a handful of these that didn't make it in. What? Okay. Oh no, some of them didn't make it in. Are you kidding me? Oh, maybe some of them are... Maybe I just need to get rid of a couple of the pictures. Sorry, hang on. Alright, and then... Add files. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so this was our view at night. This is what the castle looked like during the fireworks show. Like, I cannot stress how good this all looked. Like, I don't know if you can see that, like all the... This was a light projection on the Cinderella castle. And I think this was during an anniversary year, so they were lighting up the castle to look like the Sleeping Beauty castle back in Disneyland. And the Disneyland castle is pink walls with a blue roof. So they were coloring it to look like that, which was really cute. But look at this picture. This combined with this one are such good pictures. Mine didn't really take... I tried taking pictures myself, but they didn't really come out very well because my phone camera's trash. It's like the lens is like half broken, so I keep getting these like lens flares on all the lights. But my mom's wasn't, and she was able to get this really good picture. So that was awesome. So I'm glad we were able to get that. And then, of course, once everything was over, we were able to get home. We rode the ferries and the monorails and all that back to our thing. And Thursday was really nice. Thursday was the day we designated to meet with our family that we lived down there in Florida. Because we said we were going to, because we wanted to at least connect with our family down there. So they lived 2 hours away from Orlando, so we had to we drove on the turnpike to get there. It actually wasn't that bad. Like, it actually didn't feel that long. There were pit stops on the turnpike that you can stop at. So we were able to go and, like, eat, and my mom needed a rest at some point, so we just stopped at another one. And by the time we got to my aunt and uncle's house, they were making a party for me. They made a cute little party with a cake and balloons, and they had a present for me. It was so cute. Like, most of my extended family was there. Like, my aunt, my uncle, and then 2 of my cousins and their spouses were there. And my oldest cousin, she has 2 kids. One of them, her youngest, her little boy, he was like a year old. Oh my gosh. He was stuck to me like glue. Like, that child could not get enough of me. I don't know what it was. I don't know if I was emitting some kind of aura or what. Because apparently kids are really good at catching that. This kid wanted something about me, and he was just stuck to me the entire evening. While I was talking to my aunt and uncle, or like just hanging out, like just walking around, he would follow me everywhere. And like, it was so cute because he's like raise up his hands, like he doesn't talk yet, so he's like trying to raise up his hands, trying to get me to pick him up, and I'm like, I don't know how to hold babies. I don't know how to pick you up. So I'm like holding him by the hands, and I'm getting him to walk, and it's like, it was so cute. And then of course his older sister, I played with a little bit too, and she was really sweet. But that was hilarious how close he was to me. And what's even funnier was before we got to their house, my mom and I were talking in the car, just conversation. And part of the conversation came up that, like, there's one thing led to another, and we're just talking about, like, how I lack maternal instincts. Like, I don't know if I plan on having kids anytime soon, but it's like my mom and I were talking about, like, oh, mate, one of these days, but if you don't, that's fine. And it's like, and then all of a sudden this happens where, like, my nephew is, like, look, trying to get, like he was more attached to me than his own mother. I don't know. It was weird. Cousins were obsessed with trying to fight me. Oh yeah. I mean, most of my nieces and nephews are like my oldest one, Avery, she's like 8 years old. And that's the oldest one. All the other ones are either toddlers or babies. So it's like, oh, that little guy wanted everything to do with me. Like towards the end of the night, while we were all getting wrapping up and we ate our birthday cake, eventually he was starting to get a little fussy, and my mom finally passed him off to me. I held him in my arms for a bit. He immediately stopped crying. Immediately stopped crying. And he was, like, actually calm in my arms. Like, he was so relaxed. And we're all looking at this like, what is going on? Like, never in my life have I ever had a connection with a baby like this, guys. I am dead serious. So I'm, like, holding him for a little bit. I'm like, ah, yeah, this is super cute, very sweet. But my arms were getting tired, so I passed him back off to his mom. The second I do, he starts crying again. I'm like, what? What did I do? Like, we're sorry, I gotta go. But he like, I do not understand what was about me that he wanted, but he just, I don't know if it was just because I was a new face, or if I was wearing a reddish dress, so maybe he saw the color red and he was super interested into that, but I don't know. He was super into me. It was super sweet. Like, he almost fell asleep in my arms at one point, but eventually they had to pry him off of me, and we were able to go home. It was late at night, but we were able to get home. And it rained on us on the way there. Like, there was, like, a swell that passed over the turnpike, and we had to drive through it. Thankfully, it was clear for the rest of the way, but off in the distance, we saw thunderstorms, and we're like, ooh, maybe we should outdrive those. But it was nice. It was nice meeting with family and getting to see them again. And two of my cousins weren't there, but they were going to school near us in Orlando, so we're like, oh, we'll just go have lunch with them, go have dinner with them or something. And that's what we decided to do on Friday instead of Hollywood Studios. So we were able to get that set up, which was awesome. So the day after that, we were able to go visit my remaining two cousins and had dinner at a Mexican restaurant with them. So that was awesome. So my last couple of days of my vacation was spent with family, which definitely something that we needed to do. And oh, and I guess before we went to go eat dinner, we finally got our chance to go hang out at the pool. And oh, the pool was so nice. The pool was so nice. Like, we figured we were going to go to the pool at some point, but we didn't know when. I thought we were going to go on Tuesday because we had nothing going on. But we just decided to go to shopping in Dave & Buster's that day. But, like, everything on our vacation was scheduled perfectly. Like, everything happened just the way we wanted it. There was a little bit of improvisation because we thought we were going to go to Hollywood Studios on Friday, but we're like, nah, we didn't want to go. Thankfully, we didn't buy tickets beforehand, so we didn't waste our money. But yeah. So, the end of the trip, Saturday morning, our flight was at 6 a.m. on Saturday morning. So we had to get up at the crack of dawn just to get everything ready. So, did our last bit of packing, had a little bit of breakfast, because we figured at 3 a.m. nothing was going to be open. So we had to get up early. We grabbed stuff the day prior just to heat something up in the microwave. So we ate our breakfast, did the dishes. Basically, we have to do our own home chores. Like, we're expected to do some home chores because it's a villa. It's a timeshare, so it's kind of like an apartment. So we did our breakfast, did the dishes, tidied up the bathrooms a little bit, cleaned up the towels, take out the trash, and by like 4 a.m. we were out of the villas, and this was us on the way back to Orlando Airport. And man, thankfully it was easy getting into the terminals, but yeah, the flight back home was pretty easy going. Like, nothing crazy to report. But yeah, the kitty made it home safe and sound. Oh, and that's the last picture there. So yeah, that's Florida. We managed to get home 10 a.m. Pacific time, despite flying for like 5 hours. The flight from Florida was at 6 a.m. and then it was another layover flight from Nashville. So we landed in Nashville, traveled back. We got to our terminal, which felt like it was on the clear opposite side of the airport. We walked like straight through 2 toll terminals just to get to our spot. And we were able to, on both flights, which was awesome, both flights weren't entirely full. So we were able to sit basically wherever we wanted and had plenty of space. So we were able to, we flew pretty comfortably all the way home, even with the layover. So that's Florida. That was Florida, and honestly, it felt so good to come home. It felt so good to come home because we got back to John Wayne Airport, which is where we came out from. We were able to get home by 10 a.m. PST, which would have been like 3 p.m. Florida time. So my mom and I were very tired, and we got picked up by my dad. And by the time we got home, by the time we were able to unpack everything and get settled back into our normal lives, around 10:30, 11. So we basically were able to carry on for the rest of our day as normal. And that was it. That was Florida. Like, what stinks about getting home from a trip so early in the morning, like when you have enough time to spend a day back home? Because sometimes when you unpack and like put everything away and get all the suitcases back up into wherever you store them, and you get back to your normal routine again, sometimes it feels like the vacation never happened. I don't know if anybody else has felt that way when you try to go on a vacation. It's like you get home and everything in your room is the same, nothing changed, and you get back to normalcy and it feels like nothing, like it feels like the vacation never happened, you know? So thankfully I took all those pictures. There was a lot more pictures, but I didn't want to bombard you guys with 1,000 pictures of the same thing. So that's Florida. That was my vacation, and I spent Sunday to rest. Holy cow, the first night home, sleeping in my own bed again, was probably one of the best night's sleep that I had at home. So that was awesome. So I'm just glad to be home. Everything went as exactly as we hoped it would. But now I have got my energy back and I am excited to get back to work. Like, I've got all my projects that I want to get started. I want to work on my new VTuber model, my adoptable Oranda Nadeshko, my little carnation model. I want to start working on that. There's a couple of videos that I need to edit. There may be a couple of, I don't know, maybe a couple things commission related that I could try to make. But I've got my energy back. I got my energy back, and I want to get that started. So I just want to get things going. But thank you guys for listening to that rant, because I wanted to talk about my trip, so that was awesome. But I wanted to... Yeah, we're going to play some Mario Party now. So for anybody who was here waiting for that, we're definitely going to start playing Mario Party Superstars again. And, Sorry, I'm just getting the game started. Give me just a moment. And making sure this is all good to go. Okay. But yeah, we'll go ahead and switch over to Mario Party Superstars, and we're gonna play one more game of that game in particular. And I think starting next week we're gonna go back to the retro games, because I got an itch for the old stuff. So let's switch over and we'll talk about Mario Party. Let's go. Let me turn off my music. Connection was weird. I don't know what that was. Alright. Playing some Superstars. I need to put my kitty on my other hand. Hang on. My sweet kitty. She needs to be... Oops. Right there. There we go. But yeah, we're just gonna chill with some Mario Party Monday. Figured that'd be nice. And of course, now that we're back, we do need to make a couple of classic shilling. It is still September, so we just wanted to make sure we are back on the same page. We had a really cool streak going last week with September. We managed to get to 20 sub points, which unlocks quite a few things on my September goals, which is really cool. So I already teased my next model, which is Oronda Nadeshko. That's going to be my next adoptable model that I'm going to be working on. And of course, 10 subs was the art streams, which I'm going to be doing probably on Wednesdays for the foreseeable future, just to work on my new model and just get progress done on that. Got the 15 subs, which was the Portal streams. So Portal 1 and Portal 2, those are going to be coming out. Maybe I'll make those a Halloween game, but I'm not sure. That's going to be on a Wednesday, whatever Wednesday. But yeah, that's going to be a good one. But then, 20 subs, let's go, thank you, is going to be the CPU Mario Party game. So we'll pick a game to figure that one out in. But basically what that's going to be is we'll have a fully CPU operated game of Mario Party. Not sure which one yet, probably one of the retro games, probably. And we'll basically just place bets. We'll place bets and I'll just commentate on the game. Just have like a fun little day, like autopiloting the game and just having some fun, just play some bets. So that's in the future as well. We'll plan that for a Mario Party Monday. If it's closer to Halloween or something, we'll probably do something for that. But yeah. So today is, for me, the last day of September. So if anybody is interested in dropping some subscriptions, or if you want to hang out with me for a little longer, ad-free, and get some extra emotes and content just for supporting the channel, that's always an option. Because Wednesday is October 1st, which is crazy. So today, for me, is going to be my last day of September. So hopefully you guys get to enjoy that. But anyway, we party. You turn up the volume. You know what? I brought Mario Party Superstars with me to Florida. I had it with me in my Switch when I left. I expected myself to play at least one game on the plane. Never did. Like, start over. I expected myself to play it, but never did. You'd think after the Alpha Red game I would have played it some more, but no. Where do we want to go? We'll go to my favorite board. But yeah, that's just it'll be good to have this good classic game again. Like, I have a couple of... I'll talk about the game that I had, the Alpha Red game, because it was really, really fun. It was really, really fun. I'm glad I was able to do it. But it was awesome playing with the people who participated. So check, just stay right there. I didn't get a chance to watch the VOD from his perspective until I got back. Because I raided the channel after I finished my stream, and by then he was already playing Hollow Knight. So I didn't know what his view was from playing the game. But I'll admit, if Fia and Paul were watching this, because I had a genuinely good time. They were really fun to play with. I think we jumped on them a little too much. I will admit, like, it was very fun to like, to like coordinate together to be able to like figure out like how to play against him, and we're able to basically stop him from winning. But after a while, I realized that it was like after watching his perspective when I got home from Florida, I could tell at a couple of spots we were definitely a bit too we ganged up on him a little too much a couple of times. Like we were like throwing mini games and like deliberately making decisions against him, and I kind of feel bad. I not kind of, I actually do feel bad, because it's not as fun when everybody's playing against you. Basically, it was basically a 1v3 game the whole entire time, and we didn't throw for everything, but we were definitely conspiring against him, and it started getting obvious after a while. I wasn't sure how much fun he was having, but well, I mean, we were able to get our money's worth, if I had to say, but oh, did I hit the happening? Oh man. Oh well. But yeah, I feel bad. I really hope that game didn't put a bad taste in his mouth, but honestly, from our perspective, the three of us, that was such a fun experience. Like, just finding two other people to be able to chat with them and play with them on stream, that was such a good time. The camaraderie that we had, it was unexpected, but it was very welcome. So if the two of them are ever interested in coming back and playing again, I am all the more interested. I'll have to figure out something with that VOD later, but it may not be for a while. I just love that I was able to play a game with Alfred at all. even if it didn't go as we expected, but it was nice. Meanwhile, I'm planning some ice cream. Uh-oh, did I miss? Get my ice cream. Ice cream. I'm moving too slow now.
Finish.
Ah, so it's good to be home. It's still good to be home. It's gonna be fun to go back to the old games, though.
Here we go.
Because, like, I've had my fill with Superstars, because the main reason why I was playing this game is because I was gearing up for that game last week. But now that that's come and gone, no way. That's just chill. And we all good. We all good. Now that that game's come and gone, we'll definitely go back to the older games. 'Tis my domain.
Mario time.
And I think I have an idea to have a better way to choose which games we'll play. Because I always seem to gravitate towards one game or the other, and I tend to neglect a third. So I think what I'm gonna do is try to come up with a wheel system where I'll put 1, 2, and 3, Mario Parties 1, 2, and 3 on a wheel, and just spin a wheel, and depending on which one we get, that's our Mario Party Monday game. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out at some point. I'll brainstorm it next week.
Start.
What's up? Oh! Okay. I always lose this one. I don't know.
Winner.
It's been a week, so I'm gonna be a little rusty, but still fun nonetheless. Mm. Ugh.
Here we go.
Throat's dry from talking so much. Jeez. Had so much to say about my Florida trip. Oh, that's one thing about the Florida trip that I forgot to mention. Any fellow Florida residents? Are your drivers down there as crazy as we thought they were? 'Cause holy! You guys drive like maniacs down there. I don't know if it was like something in the water or something in the air, but oh, Californians would never. Like, California drivers are not the greatest either, especially in the city.
Mario time.
Oh, but this was different. Orlando was different. I don't know what it was, but they just were super aggressive. Like, constantly cutting people off. Like, not even waiting for things, and it's like, ugh.
Luigi time.
It was rough. That was like our one complaint from this whole entire trip, aside from the humidity. Because the humidity almost took us out a couple times, but we were able to persist. Mario Party 10? Yeah, Mario Party 10. Get out my picture.
Start.
Yay!
Finish.
Oh, I didn't win.
Winner.
Castaways. Hopefully we'll play that minigame today.
Here we go.
I love how Mario Party is my chill game. Like, after having a hectic vacation and coming home and I'm all tired, this is the game that I come back to when I'm exhausted.
Mario
Maybe I
time.
really am a freak. Maybe I really am a freak. Alright, first wave of stars going through. Drinking my water. I need to like be rehydrated again because I'm definitely sure I lost a couple pounds just from sweating alone.
Luigi time.
And I don't know if it was like the humidity or like the constant AC. Excuse me, the constant AC from the room. But at some point my skin was like turning into leather with how dry it was. It was really bad. It's probably gonna take me a while until my skin gets back to normal. Cause like my skin was like, there was a few times where it got really, really itchy. Like some spots on my elbows that got like really raw. All right, see if I still got it. Yeah, I think think I still got it. There we go. 60-30 is my high score, but that's not bad. Shredding Arbra.
Finish. Winner.
Oh, the GameCube Mario parties. I want to play the GameCube Mario parties so bad. I really hope we get them for the NSO. I have a GameCube. I have the capture card. I am just too lazy. I'm too lazy to set up the capture card to record on the GameCube. And I'm not interested in playing on an emulator.
You got a star.
Double dice, double dice. Very good. Star for me. Thank you. Let's go.
You got a star.
Oh,
Mario
I
time.
I'm playing this game now, and it's like, I want to go back to Super Nintendo World. I want to go back already. That park was so awesome. Like, Nintendo World was my park. Like, Universal was my park because of Nintendo World. My mom's park was Disney World because she loves Disney. Like, she loves Disneyland. So it was nice that we were both able to go. We were able to go visit the parks that we wanted to see. Although we did make the right choice to not go to Disney Hollywood Studios. Because that's the only park that we have not been to yet for Walt Disney World. Because we've been to Magic Kingdom, we've been to Epcot a little bit, and we've been to Animal Kingdom. We haven't been to Downtown Disney, I don't think, but that's not really part of it. Hollywood Studios is like the last one that we haven't done. But... Zynga. Oh! But yeah. That was the right choice, because the main attraction at Hollywood Studios was Galaxy's Edge. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And then the other one was, I think, Muppets Theater. But unfortunately it wasn't there anymore, so... Basically, one of their big attractions was, like, missing, and we really see a point in going there. If there was going to be something added there, it wasn't ready yet. So, there wasn't going to be anything we missed, because in California, in Disneyland, Galaxy's Edge is a part of the main park. So, basically, whatever was in Hollywood Studios... We weren't really missing on anything, so we didn't really see a reason to go. God, imagine if we got Castaways for the double minigame.
Here we go.
And she schmoves. The peaches schmoove. Sheesh! Doubles? Alright. So now you're back from vacation, what's the plan? Okay, so I guess I can talk about the plan, because thanks to September, I've got a couple of streams to look forward to. I've got Portal 1 and 2, because I gotta plan those at some point, and then I'm working on my next adoptable model, so I'm working on that, which will involve me making some art streams. I'm still gonna be playing Donkey Kong Bonanza for a little bit, because... I still need to finish 100%ing the game. I'm actually not done yet. I still have to collect a bunch of banana gems. Then Pokemon Legends ZA comes out this coming month. So does Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, but I'm gonna hold off on that. just because, ironically... Oh, God, Bowser minigame. Ironically, my 200 follower mark is still Mario Galaxy 200%. And conveniently, there just so happens to be the Switch port that just is going to release in a couple days. Conveniently, it's both Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. So, if I get the 200 followers, I am definitely going to play that game. And because I was originally just gonna play Mario Galaxy 1 on 3D All Stars, because I have that. Ow! Go down, Weege.
Finish.
Oh. Oh yeah, and then and at some point, Hat, good buddy Hat, invited me to Onirism, a game that he's been playing. So I think it's on a Thursday, so everyone did good. I don't know about that. Double dice, so we can move. Probably next turn though. But I'm really excited to work on my next... Pause for dramatic effect. And... Ah!
Mario time.
I need to work up my luck. I gotta work up my luck. I used it all when I was in, Dave & Buster's. But I don't know if you were around when I was talking about the Alpharad game, Brave. I was talking about my thoughts on the game after the fact. Because as fun as it was from my perspective, I went back and watched his VOD of his POV. We definitely ganged up on him a little too much. Not a little, like... It was basically a 1v3. It was an uphill battle for him, and that was... I do feel bad. I do feel really bad, because I kind of spearheaded most of that. We were not nice to him, and that didn't really feel fair, but... I mean, we donated to charity to do it, so... I don't know what he was expecting, but... I do wish we were kind of treating it as a proper free-for-all game. Kinda. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, that's why I retracted that statement. Like, yeah, maybe we were... I was personally responsible for goading everybody on to gang up on him, so I do feel bad. I do feel bad.
Here we go.
But man, that game was so much fun, though. Playing with Fia and Paul, they were super fun to play with.
Halloween is coming, and you know what that means.
What does that mean? Hello, hello, Hat. We were just talking about plans, and we were just discussing Onirism and Portal games. You gotta figure out days for those. Candy! Yeah, I like me some candy. Bought some Skittles for the plane on the way home. I do like me some candy. But yeah, that Onirism stream we gotta get ready for. I need to make sure that my download made it through. And then, Portal. Thanks to September, I can play Portal 1 and 2. So, very nice.
Mario time.
Probably gonna be a busy month for me, if I had to say. Because I'm gonna be working on my new VTuber model, which is gonna take me a few months to finish. Although I've been getting faster at finishing VTuber models, if I had to admit. Trying to clear out my work week, intending to work real hard this week. There you go. Speaking of work, I might need to find actual work. Like, I'm gonna need to find a proper work soon. Like, I've been trying to get commissions off the ground and like doing some art stuff. It's just not going anywhere, and I need something now. So I gotta do some I need to do some research this week. Been working 7 to 6 the past few days. Wow. That's a good hustle, though.
Start.
That paycheck's gotta be nice. They made this minigame way too easy now. Because back in the day, the cherries would move differently depending on how many there were. Now they don't. Now it's just a matter of whether you're paying attention. The only way you lose is if you fail to catch the cherries.
Finish.
Worth it, some people just suck. Yeah, that's true. E.T. Hello! Hello, friend! Why is my follower count not updating? What is this?
Here we go.
Bar. Talk to customers less than retail, but still run into an occasional problem. Yeah, I bet. How is you? I is good. I is good, E.G. Why is this not updating? I'm at 174. I don't know why it's updating. It'll probably update the next day. I am home from Florida and I am partying. This is gonna be my last game of Superstars for a little while. We're gonna... Hey! Doubles! But we're gonna be playing... We're gonna go back to the retro games starting in October. Yes, I am home from vacation. I shared pictures. I went to Universal, I went to Disney World, visited family. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. That was good. It was great. Found out how much I hate invisible fences for dogs? Really? Invisible fences for dogs and people who use them? Interesting. Wonder why. Is it just because the reason people use them, or it's just their functionality doesn't work? Or like the mechanisms? Ooh, Leaf Leap. Oh yeah, it's a shock collar thing. That's right. They have like a... It's basically the... You set a boundary, and it's inputted into the collar. And if the dog goes within the boundary or outside the boundary, they're kind of shocked into submission and they have to go back into the boundary. Can't work on them if they aren't marked, and people do not mark them. Ooh, the shock collar thing bothers me. Yeah. It's meant to look nicer if people don't want to make a lawn or like a fence. But it's like... It is a questionable method, that's for sure. Because just because the pet stays within the yard, it doesn't mean anything that wants to eat them stays out. Like, that fenceless system is not going to stop the coyotes from taking Poochie. You know what I mean? HOAs, yeah. It's all about looks. People care more about their yards than their pets. Yeah. Unfortunate truth. 'Tis the unfortunate truth. That's why I like living in a suburb system where it's like our backyards are like bordering the street, so we don't have a proper fence. We have a wall, so we don't have to worry about fence lines or anything.
Yes! Luigi time! Yeah. Yes!
I think I remember when I was a kid, when we had my dogs, at least one of them we tried doing a shock collar on because she would not stop barking. She was a little wiener dog, so she had a lot of attitude. But eventually we figured, okay, this is not working, so we just decided to not turn them off. But shock collars just don't work depending on the breed of dog or depending on their attitude. You just have to properly train them. That's all it boils down to. Hoping my 24-hour stream goes off without a hitch. Yeah, I need to set a date for that too. Plan for hitches. Plan for hitches. And have like backup plans in case something goes awry. Thankfully, my birthday stream was pretty smooth. But I definitely had like backup plans because I definitely didn't go fully to schedule. Like, I planned to play Uma Musume during the birthday stream, but the game that I was playing before it just took longer. So I planned for hitches. I just hope I don't have a bad start. Yeah, the start is the most important. And I think on Twitch, doesn't it automatically reset your stream after like 12 hours, I think? So you do need to, like at certain intervals or like at the 12-hour mark, I believe it automatically resets. So you do need to prepare for that too. Just so that the VODs aren't too long. I believe the maximum amount of time is 12 hours. But it will, it'll just automatically start the next one. I would even have a backup streamer to host for you, just in case something happens with Twitch. Yeah. A lot to ask for a 24-hour stream, but I've had to stream people's events in the past. Yeah. Had to switch PCs at a certain point. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely something. Like, 24-hour streams are not an easy feat. Like just watching like people who do like subathons. I can't imagine doing streams like that. Get out of my way, peaches. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Give me that back, give me that back. Yeah, I got the bag. Give me that bag. Nice. Alright. I'm gonna spend a weekend investigating it. Yeah. Like, before you do anything, check all of your equipment. Make sure all your software is up to date. Make sure all your equipment is working properly. If there is something that you need to replace or you need to like troubleshoot and fix, do it now. Because if it starts breaking during the stream, that's where it's gonna start having problems. You plan on to sleep or nap during the event.
You got a star.
Yeah, like, that's another thing, too. Like, you definitely need to take time to rest, because going for 24 hours straight is impossible. As far as I'm aware, that's impossible. But... not gonna sleep. Rin will, though. I mean... yeah, sleep deprivation is not a good thing. Like... ugh. Got phlegm, hang on. Ugh. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. But... yeah, you just gotta watch your health during those streams, because they will take a lot out of you. Like, even if you think you'll make it, it's better to pace yourself, because there's nothing wrong with sleeping in between. Like, you can... an idea that people have is to, like, have something, like, an idle game, or, like, some kind of something on while you're taking a break, whether it be like for 20 minutes or an hour or however long you want to take a break. And it's just like
Start.
just like something for the viewers to watch while you rest. Oh. Go this way. And done. Just in case you need a bigger one, no stream is worth getting sick. Yes, yes, sleep deprivation can lead to some extended effects. So, even if you don't think you're gonna need the rest, still rest anyway. Like, get some extended rest. Like an hour nap at least.
Here we go.
I need to see about my capture card. Yes, gotta shell out some cash for a new one. It'll be worth it. Honestly, mine off of Amazon, 35 bucks. I'll see if I can find it, and I'll send you a link to it. Mine is honestly pretty good. It records in HD. It records in 4K. So, honestly, if I can find the link to when I bought it, I'll definitely send it to you. And it's really simple too. It's literally in the shape of a power bank. You just hook everything up to wherever it needs to be hooked up. Like HDMI into the console, HDMI into the system, and it's like, or the PC. It's pretty easy to use.
Mario time.
AverMedia Live Gamer Portable is what I use. I don't know what the brand of mine is. I have to find the box. But again, if I can find the listing, I'll send it to the both of you guys, just if you guys are curious.
Yeah.
Because like the box it came in was like kind of generic. Might just rub too. Yeah. Don't expect 4K. It's done me and my Smash crew good for 5 years. Yeah. Run to Micro Center? Micro Center is not a bad idea either. Although, like, because like I bought all my PC parts from Micro Center, like when I was working on my new PC. Their stuff gets really expensive there, so just mind the prices.
Start.
All you need is one that can display in 4K. And one that has like HDMI and USB and 1080p. Like again, I'll try to find mine, but I can't remember what my brand is. YouTube can do 4K?
Here we go.
It's if the game that you're playing can display 4K, and like if the viewer's monitor can display 4K, I believe it can. But also, I'm pretty sure YouTube can display 4K.
Yes.
I think. I know it can do 1080p, which is like the maximum for like visual quality. But I don't know about 4K. Let me roll and I'll... Can Twitch affiliate even do 4K? I don't think so. We do cap at 6,000 bitrate, but for me, because I'm streaming to both Twitch and YouTube, my bitrate has to be about 4,500, just because YouTube can go up to 8,000, which is a lot more than Twitch. So if I go over 6,000, I'll like overdo on Twitch, and that's why I was crashing a couple of times. So my bit rate is like just under the margin for Twitch, and that, or like just enough for YouTube, but just under the margin for Twitch. So it's a delicate balance. That's one of the downsides for streaming on multiple platforms, is because you gotta balance the bitrate. Yeah, bitrate crashes streams. Yep. That's how it do. I would like to plant a strawberry. Hello, James.
Mario time.
I'm glad I was able to fix that, though, by the time I caught it. The reason why I had to make those adjustments is because apparently my Streamlabs wasn't adjusted to the higher bitrate. I think my bitrate in Streamlabs had to be like 4,800. I think that's my number, 4,800. And it wasn't that at all. It was like 2,000. I'm like, what? That explains why it was so crunchy in the past. The visual quality just wasn't as good. I didn't realize it was that bad. But once I upped the bitrate, everything looks so much better. Like, even if it's not in 4K, everything just looks better. Hello, Pingus.
Start.
Might have to get rid of the webcam. Does that affect anything? It shouldn't. It's too hot. Oh, it's too hot to be lit up all the way and causes bitrate for oh. Oh. Barely lived. Yeah, too hot to be lit up all the way and it causes bitrate issues. Interesting. Never thought of webcam would cause bitrate issues. Like, well, I mean, because my VTuber model, the only problem that my VTuber model has would be if YouTube Studio was taking up too much RAM, or too much, whatchamacallit? CPU. But of course, after I made my upgrades, everything was fine. It'd be a bit better if I had proper lighting.
You gotta start.
That could be too. Like, that's why I have a VTuber, because if I had a webcam setup, my lighting would be absolute trash. Like, I would not look good.
Mario time. Oh yeah.
That's why I always tell people that I'm a VTuber by proxy. By circumstance. Oh, Mario, get the go to Bowser. This game's actually going really fast. I mean, Peach's birthday cake is really small, so the turns here go very quickly. Wow. Oh, he has no money. That's right. Yeah, let's go. Feast, James. Give me a star. Yes.
You gotta start.
Alright, anyway. Castaways, castaways. Oh. Come the masher. Alright. Get into position. Just shotgun the monster after the day I... Huh?
3, 2, 1.
Hey, whatever you gotta do to vent your anger. This is my way. I do alright, trying to make my computer do a glitch it has been doing. Oh no. Glitchy computers, not the good thing.
Here we go.
Oh, I could have had both of Peach's stars. Blend. Made it safely to the star.
Mario time. Oh no. Yes.
Ah,
Luigi time.
it just feels so good to be back. Like, just to get back into my regular routine again. Looks like I'll be taking it on Wednesday to get graphics card looked at. Uh-oh. Hopefully that's not an expensive fix.
Start.
Get that?
Oh yeah.
I'm getting so much money from this mini game. Holy moly, I got so much money from that mini game. 62 coins. Tired. I wasn't able to sleep last night, so work was miserable. Aw. Oh no, tomorrow's the auditing day. Eee. So you know
Here we go.
I answered something wrong. I might get... Oh no! Well, hopefully all that goes well on that. I know that's been stressing everybody out over there. Yeah, get the hugs in chat, the huggies in chat. I'm too tired to worry about it. Aww. Stress after I sleep. No. Aw, brave. But then... Oh.
Mario time.
Yeah, I got to do a couple of phone calls myself this week, so... Now that I'm back from my vacation, I gotta get back into work. Back into work and doing some routine things.
Yes. Luigi time.
Who hit him with that? Oh, imagine if we did hammer drop again. Alright.
Start.
I am an artist, I know how to draw. I don't know how... Oh. Back over. I don't know how well I'm doing, but... hopefully my drift doesn't ruin anything. Gotta learn to draw the lines. And final verdict? Yeah.
Winner.
I have so much money. Wow, already?
Okay, Mario, yeah.
Well, good thing I talked about Florida for an hour, because holy, that game went way too fast. Because this last 5 turns is gonna be like what, an hour? 20 minutes? No, 20 minutes. No, I think this is about right, because 20-turn games against CPUs are about an hour long, and then games against people are gonna be about a couple hours long. Head out, watch party for Raws in an hour. Ooh, nice. You have fun, and take care of yourself. Things will get better, no matter what. Okay? Yeah, good luck on the 24-hour prep and all that, but yeah. Take care of yourself, Brave.
Mario time.
Hopefully things go well. Hi, Pom Pom. Even though you got me in trouble during your introduction stream. Huh? Pom Pom got you in trouble? What do you mean? Oh, that's right. Yeah, the tech stuff, okay. Alright, good night, Brave. We'll see you later. Yeah, we'll have this game of Mario Party. We got talked about Florida. This was a good day. This is probably the most I'm gonna do today, just because I've got stuff I gotta do today. Like, I gotta start working on my projects. Like, I'm almost thinking about I'm thinking about moving my streaming times again. Like, now that the summer's officially over, I'm thinking about moving it back to 4 p.m., which is where it was before. Because I changed it to the summertime, just so that I could, take advantage of the summer. Oh, there was no way I was gonna get all 3 of them. Okay. It's like they were going into the rock. Which is a really cool service that isn't broken anyway. I know. But... yeah, it's just... I'm noticing that my viewership is still around 4 p.m., like 4 to 6 p.m. my time. Couldn't send messages because the app broke. Oh no! Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Well, you didn't miss out on much, that's for sure, Hat. Hopefully that wasn't... Hopefully you were still watching, but oh well. Oops. Alright, let's see if we can shmove one last time. 7. Ah! I almost had the 777s. I was trying to say I'm enjoying Miku Kart. Oh yeah, the Miku DLC for Sonic Kart. Sonic Kart Cross World? I think that's what it was. I was catching some gameplay of it on Saturday. It looks really well done. It is kind of unfortunate that the DLC characters won't interact with the main cast at all. Although it does make sense that they wouldn't.
Mario time.
At least they're given rivals that make sense. Like, from what I saw from the gameplay, Miku's rival being Metal Sonic actually makes sense. Given that the both of them are technically synthetic characters. Like, Miku's not an android, but she's kind of associated with robotic things.
Luigi time.
Mainly due to her voice.
Yes.
Ugh. Talked way too much during the first hour of the game. Ooh! Money belts. Oh look guys, it's the TSA! That was just me making it that way. Oh. Uh-oh. Don't open that one. Oh. Okay, so I'm definitely not getting as many coins this time around. Definitely open this one. There we go. Guys, look, it's the TSA. It's like I never left Florida. Little sketch I did was kind of fun, though. Yeah. So they don't have predetermined rivals, do they? Not the DLC characters? Because it really seems like the Sonic characters each seem to have their own rivals. Or is that, like, random? And they just interact with each other. And, like, specific combos have, like, specific things that they'll say. Oh, baby, we got beef. Roast beef. Get up. Get up, Peach. Get him, Peaches. Ow, she got him. Inspired by Miku was a big racing league in this universe, with her about to race. Can't race unless you get on the starting line. Alright. Where am I? Oh, okay. Big numbers! Oh, don't like that. Ouch. But I mean, overall, this was a good turnaround today. I'm happy with the turnaround today. That's for sure. Like, we got a raid and like a couple follows early on. Like, crazy. We're at 174 followers now. It's my philosophy about getting back into drawing. Yeah. Can't start a race until you get on the starting line.
Yes.
And the race isn't over until you cross the finish line. Ooh.
Start.
Oh. Again, Mario Party 6. I want to play Mario Party 6 so bad. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I definitely have not played this game in a while. That is okay. I wish they gave us the nighttime version, where it's just us falling. If you fall behind this race, there's always next time. True, though. True. Spoken like a racing legend.
Here we go.
Let's see if Peach get the shortcut. She did. Alright, see if I can get one last star before the game ends. Kind of a chance that I don't. Hatsune Miku, racing legend. Ooh!
Mario time.
Half-price star, my next collect.
Oh, yeah.
What is he doing? Is he trying to go for the happening star? I think he has it.
Yes. Luigi time.
Whatever you gotta do in the last couple turns, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, no, Mario's a happening star. 100%.
Oh, no. Yes.
What we doing? What we doing? Lots of coin mini games today. I'm surprised. I see these mini games now and I can't stop thinking about the Alpha Red game. I feel bad. I still feel bad.
Start.
Like, us genuinely throwing that mini game was definitely in poor taste. Oh, Mario, get that bag. Oh, okay. Uh-oh. There we go.
Finish.
Hmm. $200 coins? Oh, jeez. I need to spend my money.
Here we go.
Nobody got Bowser's birthday cake today. Just cursed blocks. Oh, we got beef. Hang on. Kinda smart. Give me that beef. What we doing? What we doing? What we do? Oh my lord, it's Mass Meteor. Oh my lord, it's Mass Meteor. I love me some Mario Party 6. So we're gonna stay at the same position in succession until somebody hits a meteor. Like that. Oh, let me back up a second. Let the... Ow! Okay. We're alright. A little tight in here. Oh, okay. We good, we good. Oh, spread it. Spread, spread, spread. There we go. That's game.
Finish.
That minigame plays exactly as it did in Mario Party 6.
Winner.
And that's a decent amount of money. That's pretty good. Now, can I please get one last star to end off the game? Thank you. Exactly enough. Oh yeah, my star was half price. Boom.
Got a star.
Mario time.
Alrighty, let the bros do their turn and then we'll wrap up.
Luigi time.
It's one of the brothers that has the Happening Star, I think. Because I definitely haven't landed on them as often. I landed on it when it mattered, but not often enough. Ooh! This version of Tug of War definitely takes less effort to spin the joystick.
Start.
If I was playing this with the N64 controller, my hand would be torn apart. Alright, that's game. I wonder who's gonna win. Gee, I wonder who's gonna win. Rich bonus. That is me. So that puts me at 6. Minigame bonus. Me. And then eventful. That's one of the CPUs, but I don't know which one. Probably Mario, if I had to guess. Luigi. Okay. GG's. GG's. It was a good first game to come back to. And probably a good last game to end it on. Two. Hawk 2. And there we go.
Superstar.
I'm the superstar. Me! Alrighty. That was a relatively uneventful game, which is fine. I wasn't really super energized to do anything crazier, so I'm satisfied with this. I think I'm satisfied with this. Let's see the stats. 533 coins throughout this whole game. That's the rich star. Minigame star is 300. I had the item star. No. Mario had the item star. There's the speed star. Misfortune star would have been mine. Oh, wow. Yeah, Luigi definitely got the Happening Star. That is insane. 9 times? I guess half those times he was landing on the space to get bit, but... Alright. And a steady climb. Alright, GG's. 7 stars in the bag. Of course, everything's maxed out. Alright, that was a good game. Nice, chill, relaxing game. Alright, well, I think that's good enough for me. Like, this was just a nice, like, slowly getting back into the usual schedule, you know, getting back to the regular sequence of things. So, this was a nice one. This was a good one today, so... schedule for the rest of the week, just because I need to say this now so I can commit to it. Wednesday, I think I'm gonna be working on my VTuber model, my adoptable. So that's definitely gonna be in the cards. I don't know if the Onirism stream is this Thursday or next Thursday. I think it might be for another couple weeks. Yeah, it might be not for a couple weeks. Then Friday is gonna be Donkey Kong Bonanza again. We're still not done with that game. We're gonna be, whatchamacallit, we're gonna be doing more of the 100% collection. Might as well, since it's pretty easy to do. But, yeah, that's it. And just a friendly thank you to everybody who participated in September. I know I was gone for the last bits of it, but I was around long enough to get some progress, so that's awesome. Like, I kept my expectations exactly where they needed to be. And this basically was exactly what I wanted. So we got the Model Ts, we got the art streams, we got the Portal, the CPU Mario Party game I'm gonna have to plan at some point. maybe at around Christmas time. That'd be a fun little, like somewhere near a holiday, just to... Onirism is this Thursday. Okay, good to know, good to know. I'll get that set up. But yeah, so Wednesday is... Twitch messed up again. Okay, no worries. So, Wednesday is art stream. Gonna be working on a VTuber model. Thursday is gonna be Onirism, which is gonna be interesting because I've never played it before. But hopefully I'll get some good support on that one. And then Friday is gonna be Donkey Kong Bonanza. So, thank you guys. Thank you guys all for watching. So good to be back. Friendly reminder, thank you to some new friendos. Thank you super much to Mr. Rectoractive for the raid. Crazy, like right at the beginning of the stream, which was good. And then we got them with the follow, along with Pugnator, Billy Petal. Thank you guys so much. We're at 174. For some reason, that number's not going up. It might update later, but yeah, that's the stream today. I will turn my music back on, and I shall bid you farewell. So, thank you guys for hanging out today, and I will see you all on Wednesday for some chill art stuff. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye!